Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that bottom.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't got like, you gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you did something if you're new. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm going to be explaining how the new official trailer for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2 Foreshadows an anime original ending. So, as we all know, the official trailer for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2 just dropped. And I'm not gonna lie, it got me really hyped to want to see all of this finally be animated because of how it looked and because of what was shown. And they showed a lot. It definitely gave me the same feeling that Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1 trailer gave me, which is the feeling that this is truly the end to the story of Attack on Titan. But as we all know, they ended up stopping at chapter 116 and then announced that Attack on Titan Final Season will have a Part 2. So they could very well be using that same tactic for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2 trailer by showing us a lot and giving us that feeling that this is truly the end to the story of Attack on Titan. But as we all know, according to the leaks, they're supposed to stop animating at chapter 131. And then at the end of Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, announced that Attack on Titan Final Season will have a Part 3, whether it's going to be in the form of a movie or based on episodes. So like I said, this trailer for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2 has me really hyped to want to see all of this finally be animated because of how it looked, because of what was shown, but more importantly, because of my knowledge of what could be, which is an anime original ending. So in my last video, I finally confirmed that the anime is a different timeline from the manga, but more importantly, I confirmed that the anime is a continuation of the manga timeline, just like how the manga timeline is a continuation of the See You Later timeline, by looking at the story that Isayama copied his story off of, which is Muv Love. In Muv Love, Sumika, which is the character that Mikasa's character is heavily based off of, she sends the main character back in time and he wakes up at the beginning of the story 3 years later after the events of the previous timeline. Now in chapter 139, I pointed out that in the panel where Historia is holding her child, you can see 3 candles. It's letting us know that Historia's child is 3 years old, but it's also letting us know that it was a 3-year time skip since Eren's death. And as we all know, by the end of the chapter, Mikasa thinks back to the point in time where she first wakes Eren up under his tree and she says that she wants to meet him again. Her doing this causes Eren to get sent back in time to the point in time where she was thinking about. So now Eren wakes up in the anime timeline 3 years after the events of the manga timeline in the same death position that he was in when he was buried under his tree in the manga timeline, showing us that's where the fuck he came from. Now in the past, I explained that Eren getting his head cut off by Mikasa did not kill him at all. If you look at the 2 ways that Eren has died, in the first timeline, he died because of the curse of Ymir. As we can see, Eren has both his eyes and mouth open. This is Isayama's way of showing us that a character truly died. Isayama does this with Irvin, Sasha, Levi, and Zeke, and as we all know, Levi is on the verge of dying, and so was Zeke before Ymir saved him. So just like I was saying, Eren truly died in the first timeline, which is the See You Later timeline. And because of this happening, this causes Mikasa to come in contact with Eren while saying See You Later to him, which then sends Eren back in time and he wakes up in the manga timeline 3 years after the events of the See You Later timeline. And he was sitting in the same death position that he was sitting in the See You Later timeline, showing us that is where the fuck he came from. And when Eren does stand up, you can see an X on the tree showing us that he truly did die in this previous timeline. And in the outro to season 2, which has AoE written all over it, you can see an X on the Titans, which foreshadows that the Titans are going to come to an end in the anime, just like how Eren's life came to an end in the first timeline. Now we look at Eren's second death, which is Mikasa cutting his head off. Both Eren's mouth and his eyes are closed. This is Isayama's way of showing us that Eren did not truly die. Isayama also does this for Ymir when she sacrificed herself for the king. Just like Eren, Ymir also died with her mouth and eyes closed. But we all know that Ymir did not die, she got transported to the Titan Path. And knowing that, we could come to the conclusion that the same thing happened to Eren as well. So basically, Eren escaped death through the Titan Paths, which is a prediction that I made a very long time ago. So when Mikasa killed Eren, Ymir took the power of the Titans away from Eren's friends and gave them all to him. This is why a lot of people, and including myself, believe that Eren and Ymir made a deal. The reason why I know for a fact that Eren has all 9 Titans is because when everything goes back to normal, Eren is the only one who has Titan markings on his face. So Eren died with all 9 Titans. And just like Ymir, because of the fact that Eren died with all 9 Titans, he was transported teleported to the Titan Paths to become the new founder, which is a prediction that I made a very long time ago as well. So now that Eren is the new founder, I'm pretty sure that he did exactly what Ymir did when she was the founder, which is watch everything unfold from the Titan Paths. And we all know that Eren likes to watch everything through view of a bird, which is heavily inspired by Odin from Norse mythology. Now this is where a lot of people, and including myself, believe that Eren sacrificed himself in order to gain knowledge just like Odin did. Odin wanted to know everything and gain knowledge and wisdom of the things that was hidden from him. And because of this strong desire, it caused him to sacrifice himself by hanging himself on the tree of life for 9 days and 9 nights. And doing this allowed him to gain knowledge from these different worlds. And as we all know, in chapter 139, Eren revealed to Armin that he was only able to see up to a certain point in time. He couldn't see Mikasa's choice and he couldn't see past her choice. So it would make sense that Eren escaped his death by becoming the founder of the Paths just to see what happens after his death. Because just like Odin, Eren was curious to see what was hidden from him. So Eren seen his friends live a long life. He also seen Paradise Island get destroyed. Now this is where the lyric to the song called Shock, which gets played in the outro to Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1, comes into play. In that song, it said that I seen a momentary flicker of an image of a world abandoned. Now, where the fuck you think Isayama got that from? Love, which also means that the songs are not bullshit like how a lot of motherfuckers think they are. In Love, the main character, when he sees that his world got destroyed by the beta, he refers to this world as a world that was abandoned. For Eren, his world was Paradise Island. Now you start to think to yourself, a momentary flicker of an image sounds like a memory shard. Why would Eren be talking about Paradise Island getting destroyed as a memory shard if he's seen it with his own eyes? And it's because the song Shock is in anime Eren's point of view. So now you get the question, okay, how the fuck did anime Eren see Paradise Island get destroyed in the manga if he cannot see past Mikasa's choice, and especially if I'm a person who does not believe in AoE and think that he's going to die again? And it's because when anime Eren and Zeke comes in contact in the anime and they get granted access to the Titan Paths, and I also explain what the Titan Paths really is. It's the end of time, and the Titan Paths tree is the flow of time. When Ymir first entered the Titan Paths and her daughters take her power, it's almost like that wasn't supposed to happen. Doing this caused the flow of time to branch off into 3 different directions. So you can say that these 3 different directions that the flow of time branched off into is the first timeline, which is the See You Later timeline, the manga timeline, and the anime timeline. And as we all know, over time, the flow of time branched off into many different directions, aka the multiverse. Yes, Attack on Titan has a fucking multiverse. And I am going to make a video about the multiverse because Attack on Titan has a bunch of hidden timelines that a lot of motherfuckers do not know about, but guess who does? So when anime Eren enters the Titan Paths, just like Odin, he's going to gain all this knowledge and wisdom from all these different worlds. But more specifically, the worlds that he already fucking experienced, which is the See You Later timeline and the manga timeline, which would explain how Eren would be able to see a momentary flicker of an image of a world abandoned, which is Paradise Island getting destroyed. This would also explain why manga Eren has memories of the AU timeline, which is canon, and also have memories of the anime timeline where he says everything is still ahead. Now the reason why I know for a fact that anime Eren is going to see manga Eren's memories is because of this brand new trailer for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, where we see a memory of Mikasa with a black scarf. Now it's a lot of people arguing that Mikasa's scarf is indeed red but just looks black because of the lighting. And I swear, people will say anything to go against AoE, and I mean any fucking thing. The bitch scarf is black. In the manga, just like in this fucking trailer, Mikasa turns right to look at Eren, but in the anime she turns left to look at Eren. This is foreshadowing that Mikasa in the anime is going to go into a different direction than what she did in the manga, which I truly believe is that she's going to kill herself instead of killing Eren, which is not going to only free herself but also free Eren from this pain and suffering that she's put this motherfucker through time and time again. And also, in the trailer for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, Eren and Zeke's position in the paths is different than what it is in the manga. Eren is now on the left side, and we know in the outro to Attack on Titan Season 2, which has AoE written all over it, on the left side you can see a scarf that has blood on it, but on the right side you can see a scarf that does not. With Eren in the anime now being on the left side instead of the right side like how he is in the manga, it's foreshadowing that Eren is going to do the opposite of what he did in the manga, and whatever he does in the anime is going to lead to Mikasa dying this time. Now in a community post I said the different timeline theory, which is no longer a theory because it's confirmed by yours truly and also Isayama himself. But Attack on Titan having a different timeline is the biggest proof that we have towards an AoE. The whole point of going back in time is to do something different that's going to lead to a different result, because if you do not, it's going to completely take away the whole point of having a time loop in your fucking story. So I say this again, Isayama, you have no choice but to do a different ending, because if you do not, you're going to completely retcon your whole entire fucking story, because you built your story on a time loop. Now, it does not look like Isayama retconned or plans on retconning his story at all. To be honest, we're moving in the right direction. Now, I said all of this off the top of my head, and my head fucking hurts. This is the end of the video. You ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new, and I am out, bro.